Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of F1 Manager here on the ChesnoidPlays YouTube channel. Thank you so much for the fantastic support on the first episode that went live the other day. You guys absolutely loved it. I thoroughly enjoyed it as well and definitely want to play some more. So, as has been the case with the F1 content on the Codemasters game, as long as you continue to support this content, it will continue to come to you all the way up until at least when Football Manager comes out in November. So I'm planning on at present alternating, so a video of F1 22 and then a video of F1 Manager 22. Sometimes, if time allows, then you may get one of each on any given day. But I haven't yet figured out, having only streamed it once, how long it's going to take to play and edit a single Grand Prix weekend in F1 Manager. If it doesn't take that long, compared to like the 3-hour streams for the main F1 game where we do 100% race distance, then you may get this quite regularly. Provided I don't die in the meantime. So drop the video a like, subscribe to the channel too, and it might give me life. I'm gonna have a drink, and then and then we're gonna crack on and head to Jeddah. So we left off last time, actually, basically at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. We have upgraded Lando's suspension as per the car build here. Was it the chassis? No, the suspension. There you go. You can see S2. So he's on the second iteration of the suspension here, Lando Norris. So his car will be slightly better, in theory, than Daniel Ricciardo's, provided, of course, that that upgrade works as intended. It should do. On paper it does. In the wind tunnel it did. With all the testing we've done that we're allowed to do off the circuit, it seems to have improved it. So the only way to find out if it actually has is to go racing. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're just going to jump straight to the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix weekend. Now, I haven't yet actually managed a practice session because we skipped that with the tutorial for the first Grand Prix. So let's have a listen to Crofty and see what he's got to say about Jeddah. Whilst I have another chocolate race helmet. Practice 1. Clear skies. What? It's Saudi Arabia. So it ain't going to bloody well rain, is it? Sponsor-wise, reach Q2. That's achievable. I don't think we're going to be able to get any higher than Q2. Finish position of 10th or higher with both drivers is tough. But we'll try and get the qualifying streak. If we do, we'll get a reward of $303,000 if we can get one driver into the top 12. Don't know if we're going to get the hot streak with regards to the finishing position, but we shall try our damnedest. We had to rely heavily on strategy last time around. You can see the circuit information here. Track abrasiveness is only medium. The historic safety car chance is 100%, but it was the same at Bahrain in the last one, and we didn't get one, so don't count on it. 50 laps total. We've got a long circuit length of 6.174 kilometers, but it's pretty much flat out the majority of the way. So the first thing to do, quite frankly, is to jump straight into practice, I think. Everybody's set up. Lando obviously has less car part knowledge now because he's got a new car part on his car. But everything so far, I think, is ready to go. I don't know as we really need to adjust anything else. It's just a case of heading straight to practice. And we'll manage it for the first time. Let's see what that is all about. This is another new experience in F1 Manager 2022.
Yep, radio is good, drink's good.
Oh, lovely.
Sessions should be starting now.
P1 is underway. So, I don't know if we have any practice programs to run through like the F1 driving game, so to speak. So it's a case of just letting the cars go out and experience what they can. So, I think we'll send Daniel out. In P1, we'll do some long runs, I think. We'll send him out on track. Off you go, Daniel. Out you pop. And then we'll do the same with car number 4 of Lando Norris as well. Obviously, in real life, Daniel is now leaving McLaren at the end of this season. We may replace him earlier than that in this save if you guys might like me to. So do let me know in the comment section of the YouTube video if you think I should replace Daniel Ricciardo when possible in this save. It would be expensive too, but if you think it's worth it, then we may well give it a go. So we might as well just skip as far forward through the session as we can. It's just testing. There's not really much to do here other than just monitor them as they go round. So we'll be able to do that relatively quickly at 16 times. As you can see, the time is ticking down. All the drivers' voices, all the mechanics' voices as well, Colt. They're just taking footage, or just taking the audio cues from real-life footage, or real-life race scenarios. Even though I don't know what I'm doing, I feel like, so far, we've actually dealt with practice quite well. It's going to be the end of the session. What's happening? Oh, asking Daniel how the car feels. Saying the car feels pretty good to him. That's good news. Thank you, Daniel. Good feedback. What we like to know. Lando's heading into the garage. Daniel's going to head into the garage.
The session has now finished.
Cracking. So P8, P9, sorry for Lando. P10 for Daniel. We did about the same sort of laps as everybody else. Joe obviously doing a few less thanks to his crash. I mean, car parts knowledge is 100%. Track acclimatization is high for both. Setup confidence 70 and 81%. I think, to be honest, that's a good practice session, isn't it, really? We seem to have gotten everything up there that we wanted to do. So, heading into qualifying, we're hoping for a Q3, maybe? Maybe we can get a Q3. Is great, good on Daniel. And Lando is great, good, optimal. So, we seem to have done that quite well. How I've done that, I don't know. I've just kind of muddled my way through. But we appear to have gotten something to come out of that quite well. So let's just head to qualifying and see if we can't get ourselves through to Q3 if possible. Maybe I don't sim practice then. I think maybe just by doing that one practice session, I've kind of figured out what I'm doing a little bit there. So I think I'd be quite happy to play practice sessions moving forward. So Lando's 1.6 seconds off the Ferrari, which isn't great, we'll be honest. We're absolutely entirely honest with ourselves. That's not great. But we'll gauge and see how close we are to the drop zone before we commit to sending anyone else out. So with 4 minutes left to go in the session, nearly 5 minutes, we are 1.2 seconds safe with Daniel and 1.6 seconds, sorry, 1.3 seconds safe with Lando. Lando! I don't know if we're going to need to send them out again. Do we try, whoa, do we try and save tyres? Don't sack Danny Rick. The chase screaming at me. Just don't sack Daniel! I'll try my best. Is that you, Jack? Is that you kind of sending off one big massive wave of your own opinion? Please don't sack Danny Rick. I don't want to. I want to achieve something with Daniel Ricciardo at McLaren. Thank you so much for the ginormous raid of 940 people. We'll go on board for Daniel Ricciardo's flying lap. We'll go on board for Daniel Ricciardo's flying lap. Can we improve from P10 and P11? Let's find out. Thank you, Placid Pigeon and Max Robles for the follows. Welcome to the channel, guys. Appreciate you all. I see. I sent them out on new. I don't know whether sending them out on used tyres would actually have gotten them a better lap time, would it? Track grip is high right now, whilst track rubber is low. Come on, Daniel. Daniel's personal best. Lando is finished. He went slightly quicker, but not by much. Barely any improvement from Lando Norris. Daniel is yellow in the middle sector. Green in sector 1, so you would hope that he's going to improve. His delta is 1.7. He's 1.7 seconds up at the minute. Not 1.7. Oh, no, sorry. That's with regards to the lap he's already done, isn't it? Come on then, Daniel. Are you going to improve? Tsunoda has improved. Ocon has improved. Gasly has improved. Daniel does go minimally faster. That's P12 and P14 in Q1. P13 and P15 in Q1. It looks like it's close, but actually we've got a 10th and a half in hand there on Mick Schumacher. But again, despite having good car knowledge and then being happy with the setup, there is a real lack of pace in this McLaren car. I have a funny feeling we're going to find it hard. We're going to find it really hard to hold on to our bloody job at this rate. on board with Lando Norris for his lap in Q2. Currently, P10 and P11, but Perez, Alonso, Sainz and Ocon, you would all expect to go faster. So we might end up P14 and P15 here, which would not be great. Which would not be great at all. I'm a bit apprehensive, really. I think the board at McLaren expect much more, but evidently McLaren aren't that strong a package at the moment. It seems, anyway. How many of you guys have done McLaren? Daniel's obviously improving, but everybody will be improving because they'll be going out on a fresh set, I'd imagine. Lando should be green in Sector 2 as well. We'll find out momentarily if he is. Daniel doesn't improve in the final sector, but does improve his lap time. He's gone P10, so at the minute he's pushed Lando out. If Lando can improve, he'll knock his teammate out of qualifying, but Checo's out. Shock as Sergio Perez does not qualify for Q3. Out. In P12, the Red Bull will be out of order on the grid. Bottas currently P2. Where has that Alfa Romeo come from? Norris going to cross the line now and go P8. Leclerc. Was that Leclerc out as well? Surely not. Lando currently P8. Ocon goes P7. Lando P9. Are we going to get a car into Q3 here? I don't think so. Leclerc's going to jump, surely. Leclerc goes P1. And Sainz will go P2. So, yeah, P11 and P14 for us. Points for Lando could be a possibility. Daniel, however, again, we're probably going to have to try something out of the ordinary on strategy to actually get Daniel into the points again. We'll go aggressive. We're going to need to go aggressive because we want to move forward. So, here we go. Starting the Grand Prix from P11 and P14, hoping to get points again with both drivers if we possibly can. Here we go. Lights out. We're about to go off for 50 laps at Jeddah.
And away we go.
We're off and we're underway. And what are we going to do? We're going to gain any positions at the start. Daniel trying to find his way around. A Haas, but can't quite do it. He's having a look though. We are driving hard from the start. He's having a look at the Haas now. Let's go on board with Daniel Ricciardo, shall we? He's fallen back behind. So we've held station for the time being. Whether Daniel got out of position a little bit, I'm not sure. He's on the hard tyres. Let's actually have a look and see what everyone else is running. So nobody started on the softs. It's a mixture of hards and mediums so far. Esteban's made up a couple of positions at the start. Yuki's made up one, but other than that, Latifi's made up one as well. But other than that, it is as we were thus far. Ricciardo's just been overtaken by Perez, unfortunately, down to 15th. But that's not a surprise. Fuel is borderline at the minute, as you can see. What about playing the long game here? Lando's right on the back of Fernando Alonso. Points could be possible for Lando again today. Daniel, I'm not so sure. We'll try. Keep the pace high for the time being. And we'll keep an eye on what the tyres are doing. Danny Rick's right behind Kevin Magnussen here. He might be making a position. He's trying. Hard tyre versus hard tyre. That is someone in the wall. Several cars have had a crash. Daniel Ricciardo crashes into the Alpine that stopped. He's caught there. Is he got damage?
And that caused a lot of damage.
No, Daniel might be out.
The team are devastated.
Is Daniel out or is he able to continue? Talk to me. Ocon spun, virtual safety car. Does he need to come in? Ocon binned it.
Looks like Ocon.
Ocon should be able to continue from there, but Daniel has made contact. Oh man. Right, okay, let's slow this down. Have you got any damage, Daniel?
Virtual safety car deployed. Confirm.
We'll ignore. Has he got any damage? Damage none. No damage. He's not got any damage. He didn't make contact.
Understood.
There's no point going ham, is there? Oh, he's got a penalty or under investigation. One of the two. I don't suppose he'd get a penalty for that. And as soon as we're signed as VSC's ending, Lando P10 currently. Sergio Perez working his way forward. Obviously got the overtake on Ocon. So Lando currently running in the points, but he might not be for long. Because here comes a certain Sergio Perez. But we're just going to try and lose as little time as possible, I think. And concentrate on strategy. Currently, Zhou Guanyu is holding up an entire train of cars. As soon as George gets past Zhou, then Fernando should do the same, and hopefully we can too. Daniel's tyre wear's looking good, so we could actually attack. Let's go to attack with Daniel.
Let's try and push up.
Get into DRS range on Esteban Ocon. That's what we're going to push to do. Mr. Bucket with a brand new Prime Gaming sub as well. My guy, thank you very much, my man. Welcome to the gang. Contract signed. He's nearly there. He's nearly there. Come on, Daniel, push. Lando, they're having a big old scrap in front of him. George Russell has gotten past Zhou Guanyu. Fernando Alonso is now trying to do the same, and Lando will too. Fernando Alonso not able to do it yet. Alonso, I think, on a hard tyre, is he? Alonso is on a hard tyre, so strategy will come to Alonso later in the race. Alonso's going for it. No, he didn't. I saw it say he was just about to dip under a tenth. Surely he's gonna go for it into T1. Fernando Alonso, no. Not very aggressive at the minute, Fernando Alonso. Just holding station for the time being. Daniel's now past Esteban Ocon. Daniel is past Ocon.
And McLaren with a great overtake. We can take a look.
There was a second gap, and now Daniel has just closed that gap down and sailed past. Go on, Daniel lad. I could ask him to maybe push a little bit harder. Let's go attack. See if he can. If he can get Alonso on those hards, then maybe he could then get Zhou and Gasly. George is now past the two of them. Zhou and Gasly having a bit of a 2 and 8.
McLaren gain a position.
Ocon and Ricciardo still going at it. Ricciardo's got him back again. Keeps having a look, Lando. Oh, attack from behind. Hello, where did you come from, Mr. Perez? Sergio Perez through on Lando Norris. That's annoying.
Alpine just advanced.
Ocon and Ricciardo battling hard with one another. But they are now right with Yuki Tsunoda. So Daniel's pushing now to try and get past the Haas. Hopefully he will do. Go on, son. Go on. Go on! Oh, gave up on it, Daniel. Get him! Daniel! P12! Yes, boy! Go back to balanced on fuel. Back to neutral on
And McLaren
ERS.
with a great overtake.
16 laps in. Nearly a third race distance. They're all over the place in front, aren't they? There's just so many cars here. The Alfa Romeos are really, really messing around with the order here and making it very slow. George has lost so much time on the front runners. But Daniel on overtake. Go on, Daniel. Use overtake. Use overtake and overtake with it. Go on, pal. Go on, Daniel. Go on, Daniel. Up the inside. Go on, son. Full send. Lick that stamp. Send it, pal. Go on. Up the inside. Do it, Daniel, please. Oh, it's painful. Ready? We're just going to deploy down the straight and we're going to go get him.
Okay, use deploy.
Yep, understood.
Get him, get him, get him, get him. Yellow flag in. Oh, several cars have crashed. Safety car. Safety car is out. Safety car is out. So we'll harvest. We'll go light on tyres. We'll conserve tyres. We'll go conservative on fuel. There is a safety car. Now, I'm not sure what's happened. I think it might be Lando involved. It is Lando involved. Lando and Zhou Guanyu is in the wall. Lando has damage, I think. Or is he okay? DRS disabled. Safety car is out. Now.
And Lando, are you okay? Are you okay?
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
So, Zhou Guanyu is out. Lando, we believe, has damage. Now, do we pit Lando onto a set of hards? I think we do. Put him onto a set of hards. And he's got a 5-second penalty for causing a collision as well. Oh, Daniel, that's not gone well at all, has it, pal? We'll tell him to pit this lap, though. Daniel, we're going to leave out. Or do we... What do we do with Daniel? I think we leave Daniel out. His pit window is in 8 laps time. He's not going to take a set of mediums to the end. That's not fallen well for Daniel, that, has it? It's not fallen well for Daniel at all. Now that's where we're going to struggle a little bit. That's going to kind of screw Daniel's race, really. Because we're going to be sat behind the safety car. He can maybe extend a little bit, but then he's going to have to pit. And a lot of medium runners are going to pit now and then try and make the most of it till the end. So that sucks. That sucks for Daniel. That's Daniel's race practically ruined. Basically all of the hard runners are done there. And Lando, had he not got the 5-second penalty in the front wing damage, could have made the most of that safety car. But unfortunately, he's kind of screwed his race because he's the one that caused it. Yuck. We'll see the incident, I'm sure, momentarily. Crash involving multiple cars. This is what happened then.
Take a look at the McLaren.
So Zhou's actually in front here. Does he have contact? Lando's locked up.
Goodness me, that is a serious collision.
Lando's locked up and gone into the back of Zhou Guanyu. That is absolutely Lando's fault. We're not pitting. Not pitting Daniel. Oh, man. That's kind of ruined both of our cars' races in one go. Not sure what else we can do to try and rescue anything at the minute. I think it's going to be a bit of a dodge weekend. Well, there's our first safety car in F1 Manager. Unfortunately, it was our driver that caused it. And ruined both of our drivers' race. Oh, sadness. Yeah, he's got Ocon's got a 5-second penalty to serve, so that will help Daniel. Although Danny does still have to pit. But regardless, Ocon's pen will definitely help Daniel in the longer term. Daniel's actually having a look at him at the minute. It's just one big long DRS train apart from Kevin Magnussen. And back to Stroll's 3 seconds. The Aston Martins and the Williams are slow as anything, aren't they? They're so bad. But Ocon's pen, the safety car came at the wrong time for Esteban Ocon and for Daniel Ricciardo as well. Lando's now down in 14th. Cheers, Lando Norris. It means a penalty, Brooksy, yes. So, and then if I go to the... oh, go on, Daniel. If I go to the data view, you can see Esteban Ocon says their 5-second penalty. If we can get Esteban Ocon, that'll be cracking. Go on, son. Get it done, Daniel. You've got to be aggressive, mate. You've got to be aggressive. I've got him set to drive as attackingly as possible. There you go. DRS is enabled now. Lando's right behind Tsunoda and George Russell and Kevin Magnussen. Does it say stops? So K-Mag has to stop yet. So that's 13th for Yuki. Daniel has to stop. Ocon has to stop. So that's... Sorry, you get 13th for Lando. That's 11th for Lando. But without an on-track overtake, I don't know as Lando gets points today. And Daniel definitely doesn't. No. There was a safety car, Matty, yes. Caused by Lando Norris. Unfortunately. Daniel's tyres still look great. Come on, Daniel, get it done. There you go. That's how you use the ERS. ERS deployed. Daniel passed Esteban Ocon. Cracking. Now, get down the bloody road, Daniel.
Gain a position.
Go and get... Oh, Lewis Hamilton, lol. Now, the longer we can extend Daniel's... oh, Norris takes Tsunoda as well. Nice. Come on, boys. The longer Daniel extends, the more he'll gain on everyone behind. So if we drop that down to 1 times... If Daniel can keep this hard tyre compound going and going and going, then he's just gonna surely allow the gaps behind him to grow and grow and grow, so that there's less time for others to get up. I think, I hope. But then we don't want to go so long that there's not enough time left to close down on everyone. I need Daniel to try and build that gap now. At the minute, Esteban's having something to say about that. Although not enough, evidently. Lando's got George. If George can get past George can get past K-Mag. Then Russell can get past K-Mag, but we're stuck behind George and K-Mag at the minute. I need George to make the overtake. We're just waiting for George to get past. Once George is past, Lando can go. We're very good on our tyres, the McLaren. That's one thing I must say. We are very good on our tyres. Like, Daniel's going to take these tyres much further than they estimatedly could go. Although, obviously, the safety car helps. But still, we were good on our tyres in Bahrain as well. Is George going to go for it on K-Mag? I think Lando's going to go for it on both of them. He's thinking about it. He's going to back off, probably. We've got Yuki Tsunoda sniffing behind on anything that falls. Mick's just behind him as well. Get him, George. You're in a Mercedes, for Christ's sake. Take the Haas. If you get the Haas, we get the Haas. It's simple. Go on.
Okay, mate. Nice one.
Multiple positions gained. Lando just took both of them. We'll see the replay of that. Thank you very much. I thought that might happen.
McLaren are flying now.
If George,
Let's have a look.
if George went for a move, Lando's just got past both of them down the straight. Go on, Lando. That's Lando P10. No, it's not. It's Lando P11. Right, attack.
Okay, Lando, 100% pace, 100% pace.
Confirm.
Right, Daniel's in the pit window. But we are planning... We're planning to pit Daniel on 32, was it? 31. We're pitting Daniel 31. There's a yellow flag.
Sounds like there's been contact.
Another crash. Another crash.
Right, watch this.
Oh, don't tell me it's involving Lando again. Mick Schumacher. Is he going to take his teammate out? He is! The two Hasses wipe each other out.
Who was in the wrong there?
Well, that's only going to help Lando and Daniel. The two Hasses take each other out. Just yellows for now. No safety car or even a VSC, just double wave yellows. They're both still in the race, technically. Although there is... Leclerc's crashed on turn 13. He's kicking off. He's kicking off. On his own, Lando. Not Lando, Leclerc. He's spun. No, he's not. He's just locked up. He's okay.
And there's the crash.
Is that Leclerc out? Leclerc is not out, but he's going to lose positions. He's currently P7 and he's got to get underway again. Looking at Daniel. We're going to pit Daniel. We're going to pit Daniel onto a fresh set of mediums. And he's going to pit this lap. No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not.
We're boxed now.
Cancel pit stop. He's going to pit 30. Still going to pit 30.
Okay, understood. Box is flat.
No, stay out. I cancelled it. In front of Lando. Ocon. Oh, Leclerc's pitting now, so we're up to P11. So
Leclerc has
Perez, Bottas, Alonso, Ricciardo and Ocon all have to pit, which will rocket Lando into the points. And considerably so as well. You see how Ricciardo's used a lot more of his tyre than the others that started on the hards. But that's fine. Both Hasses and Leclerc are in the pit still. Nope, we've had a safety car, but no safety car at the minute, no. Thank you, Eppel and Ramon, for the follows. We have had a safety car, yes, you. This is a full game, Eppel. Full version of the game. Came out today. We were fortunate enough to be playing it yesterday as well. It could come back to us with Lando. With Daniel, I'm not sure. Late call, because there's only a few coming down the last straight. So Daniel's going to pit. They're still going for it, that group in front. Lando is closed right up on the whole lot. Ricciardo's just basically causing a train here. Tsunoda's a little way further back.
Daniel pit lane.
Daniel's on his way into the pits.
Understood.
Come on then, Danny boy. Good pit stop, please,
Remember
boys.
Pit lane speed limiter.
Good pit stop, please, gentlemen. .6 seconds is good. We'll take it. And there's a bit of a gap back to Stroll. Ah, but he's probably gonna. Can we make it out in P12? Come on, Daniel, push. Push. Yes, he's come out in front of the Aston Martins. Perfect. So there's still a massive gap, but with Alonso, Ocon, Russell, etc. still to pit. Oh no, it's just Alonso and Ocon. Gasly's pit. Oh, but still, Sainz, Perez, Bottas. What's the gap? We might be able to sneak Daniel into the pits. We might be able to sneak Daniel into the pits, but I'm not sure. I think when Ocon pits, that's when we push Lando. Lando's currently in the points, though, and I think gapping Tsunoda. Daniel's definitely closing on Tsunoda, although only just. But the DRS is helping keep Lando in track, in with these at the minute. In touch. Lando might be taking George. Oh, they've all pit. Perez, Bottas, and Alonso all pitting. So is Ricciardo going to gain some positions here? No, they've come out just in front of him. So Ricciardo P12, but Lando P7. Lando P7 right now. So despite causing a safety car, crashing, having a 5-second time penalty and a front wing change, Lando Norris stands a great chance of scoring some good points today. Danny Rick, on the other hand, P12, and he's not going to catch those in front. Ocon's still not pit. Sainz is in the pits now. Lando's going to gain another position, I think, maybe. Or is Sainz going to come out? Yeah, Lando's going to gain another position. Although Sainz is going to be right with them. Ocon's still yet to pit, I'm sure. Ocon's still yet to pit. Gasly's P3 right now, by the way. They are both carrying excess fuel at the minute. I wanted to save it for the time being. No, that's expected, though. And Lando battling with Sainz, but that's expected too. Even if I push with Daniel,
Oh, and Ferrari just gained a place.
even if I push with them both, they're not. Lando's maybe going to get Gasly, but I doubt it. We can try it. Now Perez is going to try and close down on Norris, so we might lose the position to Perez. But I don't know as Lando will drop any further than P7 in this Grand Prix, perhaps. Should be really good points for Lando Norris today. Provided nothing happens in the last 13 laps, that is. And obviously, I mean, there's a P4 there if something happens with a group in front. But you imagine Sainz and Russell will just get past. Now, Gasly might be there for the taking. What are Gasly's tyres looking like? Lando's tyres are actually worse than Gasly's. There could be a P5 here for Lando. There could be a P5, which would be a great result. Daniel, on the other hand, meh. Yellow flags in Sector 2. Bottas has had an issue.
They've locked up and gone.
He's locked up now.
Let's take
Daniel
a
was
closer
right
look.
with Valtteri
Now
now.
we see Valtteri
He's
Bottas.
locked up there. Run wide.
That lockup could have cost them dearly.
And he's got to wait for the Ferrari, and then he's coming back. And Daniel's going to get him. So Daniel P11 now. So this is us to the end of the race now, just trying to manage the situation. Lando's going to get a great result. Daniel's just going to battle with Valtteri for the rest of the Grand Prix. But we're not going to catch anyone in front, unfortunately. Perez is past Tsunoda, so Lando may well drop to P7. But if he can get Gasly, but get taken by Perez, then certainly a P6 is on here for Lando. Speaking of P6, Lando's now P5. He might even be P4! Lando Norris!
And McLaren
Double
with a
overtake.
Great overtake.
Lando Norris up to P4. We saw that on board. Go on, son! I'm not sure what I'm going to do with Daniel. Everyone came across from Jack's stream and were like, don't sack Daniel. Don't sack Daniel. So for the time being, we're keeping Daniel. Although I am going to need him to be better. Thank you for the follow, Stacks. Welcome to the channel, mate. Perez now up to P4. That Red Bull is just too quick, unfortunately. Lewis, though, getting a great P2. Ferrari had this in hand. First and second. Looking like they were going to get a comfortable 1-2. And then all of a sudden... now they're only going to get one car on the podium. I see we've lost DRS. We've lost DRS now. We're just going to be vulnerable. They may even both get us here. They are. Leclerc and Lando still fighting hard. That's our lot with Lando. That's our lot with Lando. We're not going to get much more than that, unfortunately. So we'll drop that to balanced. The gap to Alonso is fine. It's going to be trying to get Daniel Ricciardo up into P11, I guess. We'll conserve tyres with Lando now. Just keep an eye on the gap with Alonso. Danny Rick. We will attack and try and get him past Valtteri Bottas now. Lando, I'm sorry, mate. I know your tyres are knackered, but you're going to have to go for it, mate. I'm worried about Alonso from behind now. Lando's tyres haven't quite lasted as well as we'd hoped they would. I'm keeping an eye behind on Lando. Max Verstappen wins the Grand Prix. Oh no, last lap, sorry. Max Verstappen is on his last lap. Although, 22 seconds to Lewis, Max Verstappen is going to win the Grand Prix. Daniel's still ahead of Valtteri at the minute, but we're looking over our shoulders with both cars at the minute. Alonso, 1.9 seconds, but we're on the last lap. We're on the last lap, so we should be good. We should be good. Daniel's tyres, unfortunately, aren't quite gonna cut it. Bottas is past him. Just gonna have
Looks
to.
like that was a position gained for Alfa Romeo.
Gonna try and overtake with Daniel at the right time. Yellow flags in sector 1. Come on, Daniel. His tyres are gone, though. Tyres are gone.
Max Verstappen over the finish line and today's winner.
Congratulations, Max. Sainz has taken Hamilton on the last lap. Sainz takes Lewis on the last lap. That's unfortunate for Lewis. P2 for Mercedes. P3. Sorry, P2 for Ferrari. P3 for Mercedes. Daniel's 0.8 seconds back now. We're just going to have to deploy and go for it.
Okay, use to deploy.
Yep. Yeah, understood.
Alonso's taken Lando on the run to the line. Oh, man.
It's a checkered flag. You can keep pushing if you want to.
Yeah, good job, everyone.
Great job, mate. Great
It's
job.
points with Lando, but it could have been so much better if the tyres had just lasted.
Okay, you'll take the checkered flag.
Obviously, I'll learn a bit from today.
Okay, that's P12. And look after the fuel on the in-lap.
P9 and P12, not quite as good as Bahrain. Not quite as good as Bahrain, but still points for the team with Lando. And it could have been so much better if his tyres had just held on. Gasly gets a P6 and holds the Ferrari off. So very well done to Pierre Gasly. Alonso closed down a 5-second gap, unfortunately, in the latter stages there. Because Lando's tyres had just had it. He's furious though, he's quite frustrated, understandably. Running as high as P4 with less than 10 laps to go, finishing P9.
Showed some good stuff here today.
Doesn't really sound that good when you put it that way, does it?
Now to try and improve their results next time.
We will try and improve our results next time.
And strategize, and certainly a good enough.
So, Lando gains 2 positions. Daniel gains 2 positions, which is good enough for the objectives for the sponsors, at least. Sergio Perez makes 11 places to finish P4. Well done, mate. Carlos Sainz leads the Drivers' Championship by 3 points from Max. Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton trail. Lando and Daniel. Lando up 2 points, but down 1 place. Unfortunately, as Pierre Gasly rockets with that position. And constructors-wise, we are down 1 to P7 now, so we are going to need to start picking up points sooner rather than later, as quickly as we possibly can. Massive XP for Lando. Growth potential plus times 1.3, whereas Daniel's growth potential is not great. I want to keep Daniel though. So driver bonuses, no bonuses because they didn't get 8th or 6th respectively. But sponsorship wise, performance incentives we got, performance guarantees we got. So we've earned £4.5 million, give or take 500 quid. So we've done well financially. We've gotten some points. And the new suspension is ready to go on Daniel Ricciardo's car, which we can do very, very shortly. So we'll go to hang on. This is a post-race debrief. So low speed cornering is poor on Daniel's car. Low speed cornering. Okay, we can deal with that on the cars then. Car 1. Well, actually, we can put the suspension on now, can't we? So we can change that and put the suspension on. Install on car 1. That will improve, Daniel. And then what can we do for low speed? What would improve low speed? A new front wing or... New front wing, really. Underfloor or front wing. So we'll have to develop. We will have to develop an underfloor or a front wing. The board watched the race at Jeddah this weekend. Disappointed. We know that every team has bad races. We hope to see a return to form soon. Give me a break. I'm trying my hardest. Race overview. We know what happened there, basically. And, yep, the second suspension is good. It's improving everywhere and is now on the car. So that's great. Right. So, I want to... Car parts development. New project. I can't... Can I design? No design slots currently available, unfortunately. So I can't design... Oh, we are currently actually designing a new front wing, which is good. And underfloor, both of which help in low speed. So we're going to have to wait a little while, but the things we're already working on are the things that we're being reported back from our engineer that we need to improve on. But we are already designing parts to help improve that. So, I think we're in an alright spot. An alright spot at the minute. My board objective confidence is currently medium. We're 7th at the minute in the constructors, but I'm sure we'll improve between now and the end of the season. Front 3 obviously just gallivanting into the distance. We'll continue towards the next race, which will be in Australia. But we've got some emails here. That's the post race. Board confidence check-in. I'm writing to inform the board is satisfied with your recent work as team principal. Keep performing as well as possible during races. Keep meeting the board's objectives and keep an eye on your finances, and our confidence will only grow. I would expect a good result in your board review in 4 months' time. I can go to board. Board confidence is medium. They're satisfied with everything. Current progress is below target there, but that's fine. So the board are all right at the minute. Budget-wise, we're still fine. Team rating-wise, we're still fine. And obviously the profile of the team is the same. So, urgent. We have a low number of manufactured suspension ML2 2.2 designs. The current unlucky race game might run out entirely. Okay, so let's manufacture a new part then. Let's make 2 more, so we've got a couple each. That's fine. It's good to know that they're like we might run out of this, so let's make some more. And yeah, I've just done exactly the same. So I've just made 2, and obviously we can put those wherever we want. So back to the inbox. Monthly car development report. We're going backwards with regards to car 1, but low speed could be improved. That's what we're working on, isn't it? As we say, that's what we're working on. And obviously the new suspension was on car 2, and we're working on new underfloor and new front wing, so we should be okay. And financial situation, we are gaining money at the minute. Our balance is going up thanks to our sponsors. Our projected final balance is $134 million, and currently we have 37. We started with 15, so the sponsors are coming in good. Monthly balance is up 4.6 million, which is great. Cost cap, we're still perfectly fine. We've got loads of the cap remaining. And with regards to sponsorships, things are going well. Merchandising wise, we have 3,000 units. We made 3,000 units, and so far we're making 750 grand per race, which is more than enough to cover those costs. Race simulator event, that's going to cost us 2.3 million, but that's fine. Race hospitality, that's going to cost us... Actually, that's going to cost us quite a lot, actually. Look, 15 number of vessels, although unless I presume that's the total of all of them. Race hospitality, a total of 271,000. The memorabilia, yeah, we're fine financially. McLaren financially, which is not something McLaren have always been able to say, is it? But McLaren at present, financially, are fine. It's on the track that we need to improve. But important emails as we head towards the next race, which will be Australia, the race preview. That's fine. We know everything about Australia, really, don't we? Circuit info, performance targets, and car builds. Race forecast, heavy rain. We haven't had any rain yet. I watched Jack work the space do his Australian Grand Prix last night, and he had a bit of rain, and I'm sure he won't mind me saying it was a bit of a mess with his 2 Haas cars, particularly Mick Schumacher, bless him. Performance targets, reach Q2. I'm sure we can do that. I can't guarantee reaching Q3 though, so we'll stick with the Q2. Finish position. Oh, we're not going to get a fastest lap, so we'll have to stick with that. Finish position streak. Need to get both drivers inside the top 12 to continue to get the potential there. So we'll get that. We should do anyway. We should hopefully get at least 1 car in the top 10. Fingers crossed we get 2. And then that streak with 2 in the top 12, we keep our fingers crossed again there that we'll be okay. So for this YouTube video, thank you very much for watching, guys. That rounds out the Jeddah race weekend. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Please do continue to drop the videos a thumbs up if you are enjoying this F1 Manager 2022 content here on the ChesnoidPlays YouTube channel. As I say, we'll currently look to alternate between the F1 22 game where I'm driving and the F1 Manager game where I'm not driving. And hopefully over the course of the next few weeks, you guys will enjoy both video or both series. But please, if you're enjoying a save, do continue to support it. Drop videos a like, come back and watch each video. And it will let me know exactly which ones to focus on. And at the minute, I'm focusing on both because they're both very popular. So thank you for that support in general, for showing your support for both series. And of course, the FIFA stuff continues daily over on the main YouTube channel as well, Chesno Gaming. So links down below for that if you like. But for now, that's all for this YouTube video. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you in Australia. Bring your umbrellas.